And they're off in the Bewitch Stakes. All came away to a good start. In Charge of Me, to the inside, there's Daring Duchess from between horses now, up to put ahead in front, joined by Earring to the outside, moves up into the second position. In Charge of Me, content to drop back into the third spot down toward the rail, flanked there by Dyna's Recoleta, and they're joined by Quiet Business. Stacks up 3 wide at the back as they move on to that far turn for the first time in this 12-furlong test, and Daring Duchess will set the tempo. Daring Duchess leads at a length and a half, Earring 1 lane off the rail in second. Then a gap of 4 more back to In Charge of Me down to the inside, moves up a closer third now. Then a gap of just over 2 behind her to the 2 trailers, Dyna's Recoleta to the outside, and Quiet Business against the rail. 5th and last. Opening quarter in 25 and 3/5 seconds. 1 circuit to go around the Hagen course, and it is Daring Duchess who shows the way with Julien Leparoux aboard. And on top here by just over a length, they put the first half mile on the board in 50 seconds. You've got Earring and Florent Giroux in second. Gap of 3 back to In Charge of Me with Edgar Prado. Then Quiet Business, Brian Hernandez Jr., and Dyna's Recoleta, Jose Lescano side by side at the back of the pack, but just 5 lengths from the front-running Daring Duchess, who glides off the second of 3 turns here in the Bewitch Stakes and leads Earring, who is content to wait in the second position, just a length and a half off the lead. Gap of 3 back to In Charge of Me, who's yet to move from there. 2 more back to Quiet Business, the Calumet filly, who's 4th by a neck, and Dyna's Recoleta 5th on her outside. They got 6 furlongs in 1:15. Midpoint of the backstretch here, just past the halfway point in this test. Daring Duchess on top. Julien Leparoux cautiously checks over his right shoulder, keeping an eye on Earring, and Florent Giroux, who've been there since the start, just laying in wait in that second spot. Gap of 2 more back then to In Charge of Me. Gap of 2 back of that one, Quiet Business. Another margin of 2.5 to Dyna's Recoleta as they move midway on the final turn. Daring Duchess chased all the way by Earring, 2 lengths between the top 2. Then In Charge of Me, Quiet Business, Dyna's Recoleta last, top of the stretch. Daring Duchess with Quiet Business moving up the inside into second, still 3 lengths away, 2 lengths away, into the final furlong of the Bewitch Stakes, and the Calumet filly is on the scene. Quiet Business striding forward to tackle Daring Duchess in the final furlong. Quiet Business just keeps coming after the leader, and Quiet Business wins the Bewitch. Daring Duchess was second, Dyna's Recoleta was third, In Charge of Me was fourth, and Earring finished fifth. 2 minutes, 31 and 2/5 seconds. Keeneland's featured 9th race, the 56th running of the Grade 3 Bewitch Stakes, goes to 5, Quiet Business. Homebred for Calumet Farm of Brad Kelley. Bred in Kentucky. Rusty Arnold, the trainer, 2 wins for Brian Hernandez Jr. here today. Quiet Business, a 4-year-old filly by Quiet American out of Indy Business by AP Indy. 2 minutes, 31 and 2/5 seconds for 12 furlongs over the Hagen course. Presenting the trophy for the Bewitch Stakes, award-winning garden designer, author, and lecturer John Karloftis. Presenting to the connections of Quiet Business.
Quiet Business brings the upset in the Bewitch, owned by the Calumet Farm, trained by Rusty Arnold, ridden by Brian Hernandez, who's with his little girl Jocelyn. And tell us about the trip.
You know, we had a great trip. We talked about it in the walking ring. We learned a lot about this filly last fall with how she wanted to run, because we rode her here in the fall going 3 turns, and we kind of rushed her into the race, and she didn't care for that so much. And then when we got her back at Churchill, we kind of made her wait, and from the 3/8 pole home that day, she ran home really, really good. So that was kind of our plan today, was we just wanted to get her in a nice rhythm and make sure and have her just that last 3/8 of a mile, have her running. And she showed today that's kind of what she wants to do.
She did a very well-timed ride. Congratulations. Rusty, this horse, you supplemented this horse to get into the race. What made you do that?
2 other than didn't fill on Wednesday. So this is just fate. We got lucky. We entered an allowance race. It didn't go. I forgot to nominate her, and Ben told me supplement her. I didn't want to do it. When it came up a small field, we did it.
Well, congratulations. That was a very good move. What do you do from here?
Well, we haven't looked past here. Jack had done all the work with her over at Churchill. We were planned on the allowance race, and, it just worked out. It's one of those lucky things.
Love it when a plan works out. Congratulations, Rusty. Quiet Business wins the Bewitch.